recap of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 7, Episode 5? Marta BeatChu.
Hi! Thanks, Lacey, for having me.
Thank you for coming over.
Yes, you look so cute. You look so cute today.
Thank you. We go together.
Yes, look, we got the bow, we got the Pac-Man theme.
And she made me this bow today too.
Yes,
I was super excited when she gave it to me as a present and stuff.
It was a mini challenge for Pac-Man Day.
And actually, they did something with
Google Maps.
Yeah.
Like if you can play Pac-Man on Google Maps. Like, how cool is that?
Yeah, and ironically, we planned this out and
I miss Pac-Man, and she's like, baby Pac-Man. Yes.
Alrighty, so with RuPaul's Drag Race Season 7, Episode 5, I think, right? It's 5?
I think it's 5.
Yeah. Okay. The mini challenge was based off a fans project in which they recreated all the RuPaul's Drag Race Season 6 outfits out of paper.
Right.
And I really wish that fan would have been me.
Yes.
But anyway, I think it was a really good mini challenge where everyone had to make everything out of paper.
I think it was so interesting how, again, social media is so big that they got this from a social media, the guy who did it last year, and now it's a challenge. It's it just boggles my mind. And paper, it's so fun just to see what these queens would come up with and how they would try to replicate it.
And I love how the show is so in touch with the social media and so open-minded to the fact that they are willing to get inspiration from a fan and actually give credit to them.
Yes.
Rather than, oh, we're gonna jack your stuff, haha.
Good job, Ru.
Who do you think were the best?
I loved Miss Kasha Davis and Katya. That Bjork look.
Yeah.
It looked so identical. Out of all the ones, I think it was pretty much right on.
Yeah, and also even the hair looked good too.
Yeah.
And it looked like it could have been the real thing.
Yeah.
And it was genius for Mrs. Kasha Davis to dress up like Joan Rivers.
Yes, I thought it was just hilarious, and just
so
Katya's response to it as Bjork. So funny.
I also really liked the fact that with Miss Fame and Violet's that Miss Fame put the little lashes and
and the big lips, and then Ru told Violet to turn around and said, "That's not that's not J-Lo." No.
And then Ginger's
little Kim,
little
kid, just the way she walked out, she's like, so cute.
With the tape all over her. That was so cute. And then they had
the Cher look.
Oh my god!
Yes. Which was
Max and Pearl.
Pearl, they had the.
That was really good. I liked Max's little impression of Cher.
Yes,
that was hilarious.
But Miss Kasha Davis and Katya, they nailed it.
And I think that they her and Katya really won over the episode for me. I thought that was awesome. And then the whole thing kind of transitioned into what's called the annual Despy Awards.
Yes, Despy. What do you think Despy stands for?
Desperate.
Yes, that's a good answer. You won.
And then I think there's an ESPYs award too.
There's an ESPYs award.
So the D might come from the art of drag, and then
everything else,
But everyone's desperate for that prize, though.
Yeah,
I would be desperate for that prize too.
Everyone is.
Yeah.
Trust me.
And then when they were writing their jokes and stuff, Pearl had that thing with
Ru. Yes, the stare down of the century.
Yeah.
It was I was like.
And from that point, I really think that the season really started to get really good.
Yeah.
And I mean, wow.
I feel like Ru, she knows what she's doing. She's playing the game by her rules, and I think now she's just pushing people and reminding them that it's a competition.
Yeah.
And she wants to see everyone do their best. She told Pearl she doesn't want none of her daughters, anyone to I guess think of themselves that they can't achieve that, and whatever she has to do or say to push you, I think if she didn't care so much, she wouldn't do it. It's not she's just letting people do whatever they want. She's really trying to teach them how to do this
Yeah.
and do it the right way. So I think it's like amazing that she said what she had to say to Pearl to get that, like the engine running, like just keep going, Pearl, like, because it's kind of like you don't want to see someone who has potential just give up. So just just put a little fire under that tush, and just get them going.
But personally, if I I really kind of identify with Pearl too, because like with what RuPaul said, if RuPaul said that to me, I would be devastated.
Yeah.
And so I think that Pearl, like, she wasn't being catty or anything when
Right.
she said insert something on my face, because like, I mean, I think that that's an automatic defense mechanism that she has in her mind, kind of set, and and also I just like felt so bad,
I mean, I think it's really like I would be intimidated if RuPaul like just said you had no personality and then just gave you the stare down, and that was a major stare down. Like it was like silence heard across everywhere.
Yeah, and also it's like not like, oh, your aesthetic sucks, or like you're not talented or anything.
Right.
It's your personality
Right.
that hits you right at the center of who you are. So like
you just have to she just had to shake Pearl up, and she did, as we will see later on.
And also, with that, I think it really kind of woke her up, because, she had to take a few hours to break, according to Untucked, and I think that in those few hours, I think that she really kind of she really thought about what was going on. I think that she's really waking up now, and she did really good.
I think
really
Pearl
good.
is coming out of her shell finally. And it's good to see, because it's like, last week was rough, and this week, she I think she bounced back amazingly.
Yeah. And also, in the Dustbies Awards, they were, when her and Max were presenting the nominees and the winner and stuff, she got Ginger's impersonation down to a T.
It was spot on. It was like, where was this the entire time, Pearl? It's like, but again, it took Ru to tell her to get it together.
Katya and Kasha, they won these, and that was well deserved.
Yes.
And they opened the show, and I think that opening something is really tough.
It's always hard to go first, and and I think that was just a hard job. And I think sometimes nerves gets the best of you as well. So it wasn't that great for Miss Kasha Davis.
And she even stumbled over her words just a little bit too.
Yes.
And
in the beginning, you heard okay, well, at least she recovered from it.
And with Pearl and
Miss Fame
and Violet.
They were funny.
Yeah, they were funny.
They had the media talk category. I think Miss Fame's personality is coming out too.
Yes, exactly.
I think this challenge really helped us see a lot of Pearl and Miss Fame, who we used to not, you couldn't really see exactly, who they are as queens, But I think Miss Fame was funny. I thought she was, hi.
And speaking of Miss Fame.
Oh yes, she was doing the chicken. Can you do that?
I can't do that at all.
I can't.
I just want to I want her to hold me in her arms and do that noise.
Just do it
with my ear to her chest. It sounds like it would be so soothing.
I can do it. That's a bird. It's more like a bird.
Yeah.
Not a chicken.
Yeah, and it's not like doing whatever that is.
That is just amazing.
It comes from her soul.
I'm like, how?
She's like the chicken whisperer.
Yeah, she is. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that that's such a sweet thing to know about her, because when you look at her, she seems like she would be intimidating. But I loved her from the very moment I met her at the premiere. She's just so sweet, And I'm so happy that that's finally showing. And she was funny when she was accepting her award for Sexy Dragon.
Yeah. I think it's more now everyone's getting comfortable in who they are, and now they can bring that into the the into the challenges. And as queens keep going away, the competition gets smaller, but it allows all the other queens to really just pull everything from within and just go for it, and be don't have boundaries. They just gotta let it all go. They told Miss Kasha Davis, go bigger. Now it's time for them to go real big.
Yeah.
The shadiest queen.
Shadiest, yeah.
You know, that was given to Violet. She was getting a lot of shade for being the shadiest queen.
Do you think that she was well deserving of the shadiest queen?
I think. That's a good question. I think that she comes off as being shady, but I think it's just a lot of just isolation from like allowing people to get to know her. She's young and she's confident, but she needs to learn how to be a people person and like work in groups and know when to not say things and when to say it. Like pick your battles, Violet, you know? But
personally, I think that, I mean, I don't know Violet personally, but what I get from her is that she might have been like screwed over really bad when she was younger, and so she just uses that kind of cold exterior as a kind of a defense mechanism. Even when she's like being brutally honest, she doesn't get too close to people because, and I personally like really understand that because sometimes it's just really hard to trust people. Yeah, and that might come off as a bad way. Personally, I know that this is gonna sound shady, but I don't think that she should have won the shadiest queen. I think Kennedy should have.
Kennedy she's pretty shady.
Yeah. And she kind of contradicts herself a lot.
I think it's more with like, again, I think it's the age thing.
Yes,
with Kennedy
exactly.
and Violet, like there's a huge age like gap, and both represent two types of drag. Like one is like old school drag, and the other Violet is more like new school drag. So it's kind of like people are gonna bump heads. But Violet accepted her.
Oh, I love that.
She accepted her shadiest queen award, and you know she laughed about it. And I think that's what was amazing, that she got to laugh about her being the shadiest.
And also Miss Fame's thing about like the mosquitoes or tapeworms and stuff, that was hilarious.
Yes, it snatched her, yes.
She's like really getting to be really hilarious.
Yes.
I love that too. And also with the most like hilarious exception like speech or whatever was Katya's. Yeah, with the Bob Ross.
Yes, that was funny. Like she's so funny.
I
just
love
think
her.
She like just things that come out of her mouth is like, whoa, like okay. And it just blows my mind.
She's seriously, I think, the most hilarious queen that's ever been on RuPaul's Drag Race, because I love the fact that she doesn't like insult people or take other people's, you know, what's wrong with them and make them funny. She takes whatever is going on in her mind at the moment and make it hilarious.
And then she just says it.
And then also, I don't think she should have won for Media's Talk. What the hell?
I don't.
Got the best talk, I think. Or does the Media's Talk mean the best talk? I'm not too sure.
Media's Talk means more like
you got
like
more junk there than you should, but like, what the hell? I don't.
Well, maybe they see things that we don't. So maybe she does have a Media's Talk. Who knows?
Jaden Dior Fierce won the most busted queen. I don't think
she did. Yeah, I don't think she was the most busted.
I think she's actually very well put together, and also her little outfits shape her very well.
Right.
Like she knows what she's doing with herself.
Yeah.
And I don't think that she should have gotten most busted. So like.
Yeah.
I don't really understand that either. And if not her, I don't really know who else, because I think people are.
Yeah, I think people are just like really.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah. So they had to pick someone. So Jaden, sorry. Sorry, Jaden. Ginger and Candy Ho. You know, people are giving Candy Ho a lot of slack. I personally love Candy Ho. I don't know what it is, but I love her. Like, she did look like Natalie Wood, like that era. But again, yeah, Ginger did outshine her. Yeah,
I love her in that color. It's a really good color.
I love that color and that hair on her, like that, just like that. Like it's very old Hollywood, and I love that look.
Yeah, and then not only that, but fun fact, Isaac Mizrahi, I was really enjoying that he was on there, because when I was little, I used to be in my playpen and I used to watch him on television all the time. So he was my first favorite fashion designer when I was little.
See?
So like I thought that was really cool.
And now you get to see him on RuPaul. Yes.
I thought that was really neat.
Yes.
And then there was no runway.
Oh, there was no
There
runway.
was-
I think the runways were just like they're coming out to like present. So they got to see both people like walk down the runway and like deliver their either their intro or their speech or the nominees.
But I like seeing them like, you know, like you
It's like one of
savor
the
the outfit
yeah.
rather than just paying attention to what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know. And then who was your favorite look of the night?
I really liked Pearl's look. It was very just like very like glamour, but yet it was very like simple. It was like classic. It was like, I don't know, there's just such beauty with just the way like she paints and how she has like that like her contour of her like boobs and like just everything. I just like that. Like it immediately brought my attention to how she looked.
I think that Max next to her was a great contrast because it was black
Black
outfit,
yes.
and beautiful together.
Yeah.
And then
They complemented each other very well.
Exactly. Same thing with Violet and Fame. I think
Right.
they both were such like they just look gorgeous.
Yes.
And like the opera tops with the short sleeve dress, genius.
Yes.
I love that so much.
Miss Fame can't do wrong with any of her
Oh, I know.
outfits,
She
honestly.
can't.
Like she knows how to be glamorous, you know, like from head to toe.
And I love the fact that she has her chicken
She does.
on her.
Chicken.
So cute.
She loves those chickens, girl.
And me and my mom were thinking like, is that a chicken arm? And then we finally like,
You saw
it's a chicken on her arm.
Yes. I have a bird.
Oh, that's
I have a
awesome.
bird too.
Twins.
Yes, twins. Miss Fame, call me. Yes.
We gotta get on your list, girl.
Yes, that list. Everyone wants me on that list.
That list is so awesome.
Even Kennedy, you know, she even wants to be on that list.
Yeah, she's like secretly like booking under like a fake
A
name.
fake name. Yes.
That's not even her boy name.
Right. It's like,
Yeah. Let's see. My favorite look actually was Rupaul's.
yes.
Like-
that gold.
She looks
Like,
amazing in gold. I think gold is her color.
yes.
Cause she's like when Matthew Anderson does her makeup, she looks like a golden like goddess.
She's very. Besides, she's just beautiful, and she's very statuesque. So she looked like an award. She looked like an award, like a Despy, like if they were gonna make a Despy Awards of just a glamorous girl, like it would be RuPaul, like in that outfit.
I was upset by the fact that they put Mrs. Kasha Davis in the bottom too.
Oh.
Because all she did really was kind of stumble over her words, and she wasn't as funny as Katya, but like, I mean, she did the best throughout the whole episode.
Right.
Because she really took the whole episode by the balls.
Right.
Like, she was really good.
I think it's just hard, like, again, having to open, like, the Despy Awards, and, like, just maybe these things that we didn't see, but you could, like, I think they even mentioned it, that she was nervous. So maybe it's just that, like, at that time, you can't really get nervous. You know, you just gotta bring your A game and, like, hide your nerves very well. Just, like, to just fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
You know? You just got to. Especially, like, in that competition with so much at stake. Like, they're looking at the, like, really, like, specific details now, I think. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
And they're judging harder than they ever have
Yes.
before.
Yes.
And I don't think that there was any like reason for Mrs. Kasha Davis to go home, but like she was against Candy Ho. I think Candy Ho is an amazing performer.
She is.
She killed that lip sync. She did.
She did. She did, and I loved it. Like did you see when they had the cutaways of like when Miss Kasha Davis was singing, like the really the lyrics, and then it had Candy Ho. Like they both were. Miss Kasha Davis was like, blah, 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 but like Candy Ho, like she just sang it, like you could tell that she
got
really meant it, like every word, like it was like that was a lip sync, and just how she took her time, and they like I think it was Jaden who said, you know, Candy took her time getting to where you're supposed to get, which is a very, very important thing. As a drag queen or as a performer, like you have to have somewhere you go. You can't just start from like bang, because then you have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Like you have to start slow, and then get
eventually
and then go to the climax and then end it with like okay.
Yeah.
Like that's very important. I think that's what Rue and the judges saw with Candy, and I think that's why they kept Candy, because I I'm a Candy Ho fan. I'm not gonna lie.
You're a Candy Ho.
I'm a Candy Ho, you know. But yeah, like that. Between both of them, I'm glad that Candy Ho stayed there.
And then also, I just hate to see Mrs. Kasha Davis go home because like she's such a good character, and I would have loved to see her on Snatch Game.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they said on What You Back and what she was gonna do for Snatch Game. Did you see that?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yes. She said she was gonna do Liza.
Oh.
Yes.
Has anyone done Liza yet?
I don't think so. No.
Isn't that funny?
That is so funny. Yeah. But she had like a whole backstory with like she bought an actual real dress from Liza that when she was on QVC, like when she was drunk and like she was on TV and selling it. Miss Kasha Davis said she bought it, and Michelle Visage was like, "Of course you did." Yeah. So that would have been amazing just to see an actual real Liza dress.
Justice for Mrs. Kasha Davis, dude. Like, come on. Like.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see that. You know?
Maybe. Hopefully she'll be able to like just do it anywhere now because she has such a good like. She has somewhere to go now. Like people know who she is, and
she made it far enough on the show.
Yeah, she made it far enough on the show. Like it's
to where people know her.
People know her, so that's good for her. So either way, she'll be working.
And it's always time for a cocktail.
Yeah. Speaking of cocktails, these are non-alcoholic, by the way.
They're juice.
It's an illusion.
We're not really here.
No. Yes.
What were your thoughts on this episode's Untucked?
I'm loving the Untucked this season. I mean, yes, I missed the interior illusion.
Yeah.
But I think it gives it more of a raw look,
Yeah.
and you get to see exactly how these queens are like really interacting with each other. Like it's kind of like it's very raw footage, and it's just there's something of the way that it's edited and the way that they film it that it's a little bit more like personable. It's not like funny haha.
Yeah.
It's more like okay, this is real.
Yeah.
This is what's happening. Let's talk about it. What's going on?
Yeah.
I actually got very like emotional this Untucked because of the surprise for Ginger Minj. Like you see Ginger Minj, who is so funny all the time, and like she has pun after pun after pun after pun, and you see her vulnerable. Like you see her like crying because of her husband, who like, and she said it that this is before she met him, she was in a bad place, and that her husband makes her feel so beautiful. Yeah. You know, and being far away from someone you care about, like it also must take a toll, like mentally when you're on that show. Like it's like I don't know any of these girls like for that long. I miss my friends, my family, my boyfriend, my husband. You know, it's just I was really touched by that. Yeah. And like I was like, okay. I'm like, and I love Ginger Minj. I think she's funny. She's amazing every time she like brings it. But like that just made me like fall in love with her a little bit more because it was like, okay, now you get to see the person behind Ginger. You know.
And then also, I teared up at that too. And also, I think the person who was feeling that the most
was Miss Fame.
Yeah.
Miss Fame was like crying. It was like she was crying, laughing. She was like. She sounded like a chicken. Like she was like crying, like laughing like a chicken. But it was just like, it's good to see all these girls finally just like breaking that ice. Yeah. And getting to like be one-on-one with each other. Yes. You know, and she felt for that because she was so happy that Ginger had that. And even Violet Chachki, who is like, you know, who's like known to, like people think of her as a bitch and stuff, like she got very emotional in this episode too. And that was like that was a good insight. I mean, I personally, you know, to be on that show and to be in a room with all those girls and all those personalities, like, it's really hard to show your vulnerability because it's like, it's still a competition. Yes, exactly. It's still a competition, and like, when there are certain people that will take that, to like, take full advantage of that and be like, okay, well, let's just play on this. But it's really nice to see that Violet is opening up, and she apologized for being like, I guess, shady. And they were like all like Kennedy had it with her saying, you know, it's just that sometimes the things you say are rude, the way that it comes off. And I think it's just a learning experience for Violet too. Like she's learning as a queen exactly how to be a better queen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not to be a catty, bitchy, all that stuff. Like to be the queen that Rue wants, like someone that people can be like, oh, she is the next drag superstar.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think all these girls are slowly like coming out of their shell. Like Pearl's coming out of her shell, Fame showing side, Violet's semi-crying. You know.
And then also I think that it's because when you're on that show for the first few episodes, it's just nerve-wracking, but then you kind of get used to it to where you can feel comfortable with your surroundings.
Yes. And I think another thing is that probably for Violet is that, or anyone who doesn't get close to people, it's like you have to remember you might get close to someone and then the next day or the next challenge or whatever, they're gone. They could be gone. So it's like it's kind of hard opening up to someone and then having them leave.
Yeah.
Like that kind of just like it's kind of like a mind whirlwind. You know, like it plays with all your emotions.
Yeah.
You know, because these are the only girls you have contacts with for this time, and then there goes your best friend. I mean, you saw last time Pearl and Trixie. You know, so it's just nice to see that a lot of the queens are coming out of their like whatever was holding them back. I was surprised that they were gonna have that surprise for Ginger Minch because I was like, are they even gonna have like these like little surprises?
Exactly.
So that was like really cute. It was like, oh, okay, there's the Untucked I saw last year, you know, like with all these surprises. So who knows what's gonna happen in future Untucks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
What was your thoughts on the episode as a whole?
You know what? I think the queens brought it. These Despies Award was a fun challenge.
Yeah.
I think the episode was amazing from the paper imitation challenge to the Despies, to seeing all these queens like laugh at each other, who's nominated, who's not, who wins, and their acceptance speeches, and it just allowed us to just fall in love with these girls, whether you're like a Miss Fame fan, Candy Ho fan, it's just allowing you to see more of these girls.
Yeah.
You know?
But yes, I thought that the paper challenge was really good. I thought it was amazing to give the fan credit too. I was trying to find them for since that year, and I found them once and I lost them and I can't find them because I would love to follow them because their work is amazing.
Yeah, because I remember when it came out, it was like a huge news thing. Like this fan was making all the dresses, so maybe we'll look for it later.
Do our
search. Yes.
I thought the Despies Award, isn't it like the new roast?
Yeah.
Almost. And then they totally do the roast.
It was a roast on the girls.
On each other rather than
on Rue.
And then I think it's the best episode in the season so far.
So far.
Because it's getting really good.
It's getting there because
it gets better too.
To see what happens next, you never know.
Yeah.
Like who goes home next? Like people didn't think Trixie would have gone home. Miss Kasha Davis, it's no joke. It's like let's see what's gonna happen.
It's like anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen.
And it's kind of sad, but it's even more nerve-wracking.
Yes.
Yes. Well, thank you for coming over here. You're such a super cool guest.
Yes, and I love it. Thank you for having me, Lacey.
Thank you for being on my couch with me, reviewing this for all of you guys, mother effers.
Yes, everyone. And look.
My censored swearing.
Make a bow today. Everyone make a bow. You know.
And she makes these too. They're really nice.
Yes.
I really love them.
Yes,
they're super
cute.
cool.
You know, just a little glue gun action. Yes. Thank you, Lacey.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I need a hug. Yes. So much fun.
Well, I guess that concludes our episode for the recaps of RuPaul's Drag Race. And this was episode 5 of season 7 with Miss Marta BeatChu. I will put all of her information in the description below so you can stalk her. And then, also, thank you all for watching. I hope you all subscribe to me. Peace, love, and kapla!
Yes!